I'm here with Nohill. Of course, we just recently did the Toronto Defiant interview. It was a hard time to make, so I thought like we were talking about doing a one-on-one interview for a while anyway. So here we are. And I guess the first question is, what have you been doing in this off season?
And actually, during my off season, this off season is pretty special, right? And recently, I must prepare something for my graduation paper. So I'm learning in my university, and secondary, I'm treated for some mental sickness. So I'm treated for the mental sickness. You know, after the Valiant season or something. Yeah. And
Yeah.
my nick is not, and nick is also not pretty good. But after some for something, I think that's better now, and I could restart my work right now, and then the last thing is looking for a team. And as you know, I have joined Toronto this season.
For sure. Now I think this is this your first English interview?
Yes.
How did you learn English?
Uh, think I think from 2018, when I was in LG Huya, they told me maybe we don't have enough money. We have to find some player from Korea. So I started using English to work from this, and then I think if I, I'm just an Overwatch coach right now, so think I only need 500 or 1,000 words to feedback and to work daily. I think that's enough. I just learn it when I use it. And as you know, I'm also a student in university. Actually, I think our my university helped me nothing about spoken English. Yeah, in China, right? In China, I think so many people, so many students could know so many words, or they learn a lot about grammar. But when they face to foreigner people who speak in English, could he could say nothing. I think that's strange. Yeah, that's Chinese style English. Yeah, so I think English, I think language is just a tool for us. If you need it, you have to do that. Just do that, right? So actually, my English is still not pretty good, but I
Come on.
think it will be better when I was in Canada, Toronto. That will help me a lot. Yeah.
I think that your English is quite a bit better. I also happen to teach English, and I think you have quite some more than 500 or 1,000 words. I think your vocabulary is already pretty good. Um, and still, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time a Chinese coach will be coaching a North American team, right? So, how did you end up on the Defiant?
I think actually I curious and I'm confident to land a chance in North American stage, right? And I also started coaching some North American team in contenders or something or somewhere from 2021. Uh, Actually, because it's not showed in my Wikipedia page, so I could show that I could share it right now, and I think that's a pretty good experience. I also feel the North American players that are pretty positive, and there's also something different between APAC and American players. So I think it's pretty interesting. And for now, in this off season, something bad happened to Chinese Overwatch, right? So the APAC stage is pretty different. I think okay, maybe I have to join North American because actually I also got some offer, a good talking from APAC stage, but okay, when the bad things happen, I must to join North American, and I also signed with the SEJ, a pretty professional agency. They also help us a lot because anyway, nobody from Chinese to join the Western team as a coach in the whole esports history. So I think we created a new beginning for Chinese coach and I think also maybe Chinese players. So I think SEG helped me a lot, and then I got tested by Castros. He gave me he gave so many. So that's an open channel for coaches, and I just write a feedback document. They will give us 2 videos, and then I will write the feedback document, and then just tell me, okay, we want to have a deep talking with you, and talk with Castros, I talk with manager, and then I pass it. I think that's not pretty difficult to me, but because I think when I saw Castros questions, I know why they choose these 2 videos, but I can't tell, but I cannot share you more details,
Of course.
Okay.
When we talked to Kasoris during the Toronto Defiant interview, it was interesting because not only did he say that you beat out all the contenders pretty handily in practically all departments, he also said that you have some fresh ideas that maybe some of them are your own, some of them are the way how APAC looks at Overwatch. So from your experience so far coaching this team, how is NA different to APAC?
Okay, I know Castro said it, and he told you that, right? I think because during my pro life, I used so many different tactics with the meta to win to win the team. Maybe they look like stronger, right? But we win them, we beat them by pretty different tactics. So I built the Ball Sigma comp in 2020, and I built Sombra Echo comp. I also built a double shield comp, a double shield May comp in contenders. So I think that's my so I think that's my advantage to maybe advantage for them to pass the test. And you also we are also discussing about the differences between APAC and North American stage. I think actually I think that's better to say. Players from Korea, they will be teamwork so much. In Overwatch 1, during the Overwatch 1 history, they are totally, or they are a shared teamwork in. Oh, it's not only so much. I'd like to call it too much. But North American player, maybe they will have pretty good personal skill. They will have better aim. So I think in Overwatch 2, when we face to the new changing, I think we should take advantage from both of these 2 different stage to let anyway, just to help your team to be better. Yeah. You could also say in the Overwatch 2, in the first season in Overwatch 2, so many North American teams show better, play better than APAC team, right? So I think that's also told us something about that. Yeah.
I mean, you're not only in a North American team now, you're also in a team that is predominantly American players, and they've also been friends before. So they have some pretty deep history, most of them going back. That might lead to a pretty interesting practice environment. How has practice been so far?
I only follow our team screen for maybe 1 week. I also gave some feedback to our boys, and I do feel our players are pretty positive, pretty happy to with some problems and face to any challenges. That inspire me a lot, and they also improve a lot. pretty fast after the feedback, from me or and Castros. I think that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy and pretty good to see that as a coach, right? So I think that season I will focus on my job, as Castro said, about the macro things and about the tactic things. I think I will try my best, and I could help our boys to be the best. Yeah. Okay.
Sure. I gotta ask one follow-up question, because when we talked to your team, OG said something very interesting. He said that it feels like the shock players have a higher understanding of the game right now. Do you feel that's true? Do Sam and Coluge understand Overwatch better?
Yes. Because firstly, as OG said, Sam is pretty smart boy. I like his team working style, and his communication is also pretty good. It will help us a lot. Crude, I think Crude game understanding is also pretty good, because we are taking a step 1 or step 2 for our teamwork, to rebuild the team as a American Toronto. I think Crude in some pretty easy or not difficult step, have nothing to teach or coach Crude, because he could just did it, who just play it pretty well. And about the shock player, I think Castles is also the former shock coach. I think that's right. And OG Ultraviolent and Speedily is former from Atlanta region, right? So I think yeah, but they have improved a lot. First of all, at our beginning, I think our maybe and maybe they all sometimes they just do the differences between our former shock player. You could see that, right? But now I think we have built a team and as a family together. We do more things together and improve a lot after the feedback. So okay, I think I could agree with this opinion. Yes, okay.
Sure. Now, I mean, fans of the APAC region, and especially like the Asian Gauntlet, will remember that you were part of the legendary Team CC that brought forth a bunch of really promising talent. And right around that time, when that era of dominance happened, American Tornadoes started popping off, right? Did you at all look at these guys across the pond and like analyze what they were like, or did you mostly do like your own stuff?
Yeah. Yes. In 2020, after the Gauntlet, I think APAC Gauntlet is finishing earlier, right? So I also watched some matches in the North American Gauntlet, and I also know American Toronto there. So I remember they used so many Mercy Echo, and then it let me know Speedily there. So, and as you know, both of me and Speedily are a Chinese player and Chinese coach. That's pretty interesting. And in 2023, we worked together. Yeah, that's pretty, that's pretty excited for me. And in 2021, I also coached some North American team, and I do think team in North America have pretty good business management and professional management system. I think that's a pretty basic thing for a team to develop well. So that's why in my LFT message I said I prefer Western team, because I want to feel that after my APAC working. So especially you could say in 2020 after 2020 contract, from now that's 3 years, right? So so many even everybody in Korea, South Korea, and the North American team, they join Overwatch League and play pretty well. But let me see, how about the Chinese stage? we have BLG, and in the summer season we also have Team Cat, right? Have so many good and young and coaches, but how about now?
Yeah. Yeah.
But we could, yeah.
Yeah. Do you have more to say?
You could say any team maybe won't they just didn't use new coaches or new players because maybe they are new, they are something new, and something new means they are uncontrolled.
For sure.
If you don't use young players or young coaches, you won't have future. So after 2019, I have LG Huya, 2020 and 2021, I have two team CC, right? I lost everybody. I lost my players, everybody, and then I rebuild a great team in the second year. Year by year, year by year, year by year. So I think that means nothing, right? That makes no sense. So I think hope I could join a positive team like Toronto Defiant, like American Toronto, and we could say we still have some problems as a team, but like Castle said, I think in here we are calmly we wanna rebuild the family. We wanna rebuild the team as a family. It's pretty important for us. We could have a pretty long team plan, a long-term plan. That's pretty important for me because I don't wanna lose something. When you build something pretty well and then suddenly you are told, okay, you will lose this. Just restart. I won't it happen again. I'm pretty excited to join American Toronto to restart, and then rebuild a new family and a good team. We will keep improving. To work happily. That's pretty important. Okay, and I'm also appreciative to our organization. The over MediaCom and our team's management. Everyone help us a lot to give us this chance. And a good organization that's also pretty basic and pretty necessary for a team because we could also say when a good team they play pretty well, but because of the bad management, their future is gone. So I won't say that I won't see that happen again. Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about this a little bit later. I think the one thing that I latched onto when you started talking about it is Speedily, and I'm interested in Speedily specifically because I feel like it's a quiet personality, but it's like when you talk to the American Tornado guys, everyone is like, this guy is the best echo in the world. It's not close. Nobody comes close. Better than Fleta. And now we kind of still need to see an Overwatch League. Granted, we didn't have an echo meta yet. So what do you think about Speedily's potential?
Speedily potential. Speedily improved a lot recently, and I think, as you said, I think he and OJ and Ultraviolent, they didn't got a pretty good coach to help them before. No, I think recently I could tell you he improved a lot in also some different heroes, like Tracer, like something like this. And I also trust our team and Castros could help us a lot. Actually, in Team CC we have I coached Spectra before. I think Spectra and Speedily is pretty similar, right? Because they are pretty good. They are all pretty good echo, and then even pretty similar play style. So in North America, I think Speedily is pretty good echo. And about Fleta, as I said, in 2020 we have so many screens with Shanghai Dragons, right? When the echo meta, I think Spectra also play better than Fleta. But Dragon's teamwork is observably better, right? So I think Spectra Speedily is pretty same, and helps Spectra to success from zero because I pick him from even rank, right? He played in Australia contenders or open division level, but I help them to be the top of contenders. So I think with this experience, I think I could also help Speedily to success and to be the top tier player. And about the Echo, we could say, okay, maybe in Overwatch 2, we will use Echo less because we don't have the if you wanna fly in the sky like Farah Echo, you won't have so many opportunities to use it. And in Overwatch 2, I also saw pretty some flex player who played Echo well. Like in APAC we have Alpha E, we have Dust, even we have Leaf, right? So actually, for now, if you wanna you wanna know who's the best Echo, either is one of the best, I could say that, but maybe Leaf Echo is also pretty good because their aim is pretty great. In Overwatch 2, if you wanna be a pretty good DPS, you must have pretty good aim. So Speedily do it pretty well, so I'm also pretty confident about him. Yes.
Sweet. Now, it was interesting. I asked your players who they think has the best chances for MVP, and a lot of them said Coluge.
In our team, right?
Yes, like basically, like during the interview, I asked them, okay, what do you think? Who's the most likely of you guys to have an MVP nomination or be able to win it? And most of those guys then said Coluge. So they think like Coluge will be very important for your team. Of course, he's also the only tank. Is that a problem? Do you think he can learn all the tanks?
Yes, I do think Coluge will be our team's MVP because he has been our most important player as our tank line. He's our pretty good base, and I could tell you in 2022, actually last season, Cruise, Hanbin, Cruise, and Burner is my best three sub tank. So I'm pretty excited to work with Cruise and Cruise. As Cruise also tell you he won't play Wrecking Ball, right? So
yes.
So expect Wrecking Ball. Okay, never mind Wrecking Ball. Maybe never mind Jalia. I think Cruise is the best. Yes. At least he will be our team's MVP 100%. I trust it. Yes.
For sure. You already talked about that you thought like Sam was a very smart player, very vocal, which is going to be important for you. Is there any other player you were surprised by in your first week?
In the first week, let me check. The most part I'm surprised for is everybody. Everybody listen to the feedback and improve pretty fast. It's out of my mind actually because first day first day and second day we played against the same team. The first day it's 104 we lose, 104 or 204 I forgot, but we lose. We played pretty bad, and after feedback is going. We have team feedback, we have personal feedback, and secondly we won by 4-4-1. And it's changed. It's huge change by only one day. That surprised me a lot. Firstly, okay, maybe we know nothing and we play like trash, and secondly, okay, we win them. We beat them pretty easily. That's fair. That I think everybody in my team, they are pretty positive, and every one of them are pretty eager to winning and improving. To show, they also tell me if you have any opinion, if you want to feedback to me, just tell me anytime because everyone in my team, everyone want to show their ability and potential as American Toronto as a whole team. That's also my dream before. I lose Team TC, I lose LG Huya, so this time I'm pretty glad to help American Toronto as a team, as a family. Yeah, and let's talk about some single players. Cruise Coluge is pretty good. And Coluge is pretty good. We have said that. And Sam is pretty smart, and he lead the team as a DPS, because as you know, we told our supports maybe they are not a pretty good commander right now, but when we play with Sam will help our team a lot about the communication, about commander. Okay, we should do that, and I will also tell him some win condition and team plan. I'm also let me feel support. And by the way, it's Speedily. As you know, in our team's interview, we will also ask who's your tracer player in your team, right? We have OG, we have Hadron, we have Speedily, we have somebody. Who's your tracer? Recently, actually, our 3 DPS could play tracer all, but who's the greatest recently? When you play Soldier Tracer comp, when you play some Summer Tracer comp, who's the best tracer? I think Speedily play pretty good recently, because in last season in Atlanta, he always play Echo. He's a Echo one trick, maybe Genji, right? He only play Echo and Genji, but in this off season, I saw his tracer also improve a lot. Good moving, good aiming, good possible. So I think he is a most potential player. Our DPS line. I think I could make sure that improve. He also improved pretty fast, and
Sweet. Then we wish you the best of luck in preparation for the season, and thank you for the interview.
yes, thank you too. Maybe today my English is not pretty fluent, but yeah, that's also a exciting and unforgettable experience for me. Okay, thank you, Iska. Thank you too.